Well, here I am by the tracks, and on the other side of the tracks is this lovely little bakery, which I highly recommend. Everybody else came boiling into this cafeteria to get their espressos and everything else and their cafe con leches, but that place rocks because there's a little cafe in back, and you can smell the fresh bread. And right now I'm heading out onto the Camino. Actually, the Camino, as you can see, the big shell goes north-south right there. So this is just a stone's throw away from the Camino, and my albergue was back that direction. So I have 5 days left to get to Santiago. Today's another short day, which I'm happy. I'll turn around so you can see what I'm going to see. And I'm really looking forward to it, to today. And then I know the next 4 days are good because they're all short days, relatively short days, like today's like a 9-mile day or 10-mile day. I think today's like a 10-mile day. And then the next 3 days are like between 11 and 12, which are just easy to knock out. But then the very last day is 16 miles to get to Santiago. And I'll probably have that pure Camino Santiago adrenaline pumping by then, which means that I can't get to sleep that night, and I have to just push myself out the door quickly and be on the road before sunrise. So some other pilgrims here as they're getting ready to go. So I just got out of town, as you can see back there, but ever since we got on this little road here, once again, the state of Galicia has done a great job in marking the Camino like this and to protect pilgrims, because this way the drivers know this is our space. We are supposed to walk in this space, and for them to be careful of us, not the other way around, which is good. So I love the fact that they've actually painted this for us to use. So that, thumbs up. Well, here we are, the 100-kilometer marker, supposedly the 100-kilometer marker. We don't know because somebody has stolen the plaque. Isn't that so wonderful? You know, isn't that so grand? Before the 110-kilometer mark, before Tui, I didn't have any of these issues, or just after Tui, no issues like this, but you know, it's wonderful. Yet, this tile's still here, but I expect from here to Santiago, the tiles to be missing because everybody nicked souvenirs along the way. This shows you the class of people who are on the Camino. To do that last 110 kilometers to find themselves in 5 days. Yeah, right. But still, I'm happy to be here because, like I said, 5 days, Santiago, done. Well, I'm here in the little town before the final climb to Redondela. And I just want to show you, it's kind of cool because they're working on this wall here, but also they got this fountain over here to get water from. And you got 2-3 businesses here that are basically feeding the pilgrims and taking care of them. And kind of like mining the miners, you know, from California. But I'm feeling pretty good this morning. A lot less stones so far today, so I'm grateful for that. I'll turn around here so you can see where I'm going. But I think it's like a kilometer and a half of uphill slogging, and we get to the top, and then it's this gradual downhill slope all the way to my final destination. So I'm a little winded because I had to walk up into the town, but I'm not stopping. I am continuing on, and you can see way up there a whole line of pilgrims. Ooh, I've been doing a steady climb for the last 45 minutes, I think, as you can see it going this way. But I want to show you something. I emailed people about this last night, but I'm tired of all this bullshit. And excuse my French on that, because none of that existed from Lisbon all the way up to Porto. And I want you to take a look at this little dirt path here. Right next to the road, there's a rill forming, which as it gradually erodes becomes a gully. And rocks like this belong in that, not on Camino markers. Because it basically, every rock people pull out of the Camino that do dumb things like that, and that's dumb, basically you have erosion. Like for example right here, see the water comes down, and these rocks right here actually help provide resistance to that water, help slow it down so it doesn't erode so fast or so completely. But you have so many idiots who pick the stones up and they claim, quote unquote, it's a burden they're letting go, each stone they put on a marker. Or, oh, it's for all the people who walk the Camino together. This is all touchy-feely BS. It's a narcissistic, selfish, self-centered ego about the Camino. It's all about them. And when you walk the Camino for 800 kilometers, it's not really about you. It's about you letting go of yourself. And if you have a need to mark the Camino becomes about you, about how you can destroy it, deface it, mark it up, because it's about your ego. Now, once again, let me repeat this as I come up over the crest. From Lisbon all the way to Porto, all the way up along the coast, all the way up along the central, I didn't see that at all. At all. It is only within the 5 to 7 day marker, only the 110 to 140 kilometers out from Santiago is where I saw that. Now I'm gonna catch my breath. That's a little bit more of uphill climb, then it's all downhill to my final destination. I'm about an hour or so out from my final destination. Back around the corner there, as you can see, there's a little cafe that I stopped, and I was exactly at the 7 mile mark for the day. And I think it's about 3 miles to get to the next town. Turn around and show you, but this is what I like about the Camino, where you go through these different environments where, you know, I was walking up from the valley, so there's a lot of small little towns and villages, and then some small farms, or just, you know, this kind of rural setting with grapes and you know, some corn and some other vegetables and things like that. And then you come up here and you're in this little pine forest. And mind you, this is not like a natural pine forest. All these pine trees you see here and here, they're all planted in a very regular pattern because they're going to be harvested. And you can see, like down there, there's younger ones. These are a little older. So I was assuming within the next 5 to 10 years, all these larger trees will be harvested for lumber, and another crop of trees planted and maybe swapped out for eucalyptus. Hopefully not. I prefer the pine over the eucalyptus because it's more natural here in Spain than the eucalyptus. And you can see a couple pilgrims there. But what I'm not looking forward to in a few moments is the very steep part downhill descent, which I experienced already once coming from Vigo a little over a week ago. So not exactly looking forward to that, but the Camino is the Camino. As you can see, there's a marker, so I know I'm going in the right direction. So I came around the corner and we have another Galician piper. facing the steep descent now, but if you look beyond the distance there, just this side of the lamppost and above that bridge with a little bit of blue railing, just above that, that's Redondela. And you can see that, get my hand out of the way, there is a bridge that goes left or right across the town way in the distance there. That's the bridge that I stood underneath a little over a week ago. So about ready to close the circuit on my Camino here, meeting up where I left off a little over a week ago. So this is kind of exciting to know that once I get to that bridge way off in the distance there, it's it. 4 days and I'm in Santiago, if I don't die on this steep descent. Well, I've made it officially, and I've been walking for the last 45 minutes with Janet from New York. Yes. And then and so we came down here, and I missed it just barely, but the whole line of pilgrims with all their backpacks just scurried into the albergue. And so now our next task is to find where Janet's staying for tonight. But it feels good to be back in this town, and like I said, there's a certain amount of Camino energy I'm having right now, because I know that 4 days from now I'll be in Santiago. It's gonna be over. So let's go find where we're staying. So I've arrived at my lovely albergue, and I came up, you can see way down there, that's the bottom floor. So I came up from the bottom floor to the first floor to the second floor using the European notation. I guess in the American notation, this is the third floor, but you come up here and you see we have this lovely kitchen. Apparently there's another bathroom upstairs we could use. And we have this lovely little sitting area, dining area, along with the kitchen, which I can use to make up, I guess, something. And then come down the hallway here, and there's a bathroom with a bidet. Something else right here, which I'm not gonna open the door. But then look what I find out. This is my lovely room. My bag is there, but check this out. So that is a bunch of pilgrims down there. You wanna wait for the video? Hey! Yep, there you go. And then this is, you can see over there, that's that railroad bridge I showed you a little over a week ago. And you can see it there. And once again, this is very typical for Spain and other places where this is an abandoned building, but they've propped it up so it doesn't fall in on the street. Hello! And then they brick the windows up, but somewhere along the line, somebody will buy this property, hopefully, and then reconstruct these buildings here to make them usable again and keep the town going. But you can see other things like that little lean-to there with the cover. That's probably somebody's patio. But I'm very happy to be in this room because since we're so high up, later on this afternoon, this evening, most likely the breeze will pick up, and then we'll get a cross current through here and keep the room nice and cool for John to sleep in. I'm happy I'm here. I got that Camino energy going, and let's clean up and find something to eat.